The Smiling Man is a mysterious entity who's unknown to be whether human, real, or just a figment of imagination or something supernatural. Whoever this entity is, he stalks people walking alone at night, leaving them scarred for life to tell the story of the Smiling Man. Hi folks, I'm R and welcome to the video. Consider sending me your short movie or video game suggestions on Twitter, which I can use for upcoming videos. This video will contain spoilers. With that said, let's begin. The protagonist, living in a quiet neighborhood, explains how he used to go shopping on foot every night at the local market for dinner until something put a stop to this habit, causing the protagonist to never go out at night. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, the night where the protagonist encountered the entity who caused massive psychological damage, giving the protagonist a crippling phobia, avoiding walks at night. The protagonist leaves his house, being dimly lit alongside the other neighboring houses by the street lamps. He then stumbles upon a strange note on the floor, explaining how a certain man watches the protagonist all the time, even at bedtime. Dismissing this note, he walks some more, coming across another note. The note reads not to let their expressions fool people, as their feelings and wants are different, which explains that the Smiling Man is not one single individual, but the result of a hive mind entity, or even possibly a part of a higher being which our minds are limited to understand. Maybe even there are more than just one Smiling Man who all have the same purpose: to plant terror in their victims' chests. As the protagonist gets a little spooked by these notes, he observes a man standing in a strange manner, staring at a point emotionlessly, acting very suspiciously. The protagonist slowly passes this strange man, going through the pitch dark path to get to the market, located a little into the woods, being a lone standing building. After buying some necessity and paying the only cashier present at the market, the protagonist heads back home, walking through the dimly lit streets when he reaches his house. Just as he tries to climb his stairs, he gets spooked by the strange Smiling Man from before, standing close to his house, staring blankly at a point. The protagonist, being too tired for any altercation, dismisses this man and enters his house. The night comes to an end, and the protagonist repeats the same night, walking out to go shopping for dinner after midnight. He gets stopped by the strange Smiling Man, strangely tiptoeing towards him, getting too close for comfort, just staring at the protagonist face to face. The protagonist, visibly scared, utters with all of his remaining strength to what the hell the strange man wants, when he slowly turns around and leaves in a bizarre tiptoeing manner, not saying one single word. As the protagonist tries to shake off his recent creepy encounter, he gets back to his night stroll to the local market, when all of a sudden the Smiling Man starts sprinting towards the protagonist, causing the protagonist to instinctively run away. He runs towards the market with the Smiling Man on his tail when he manages to shut himself in the market's building, with the Smiling Man banging on the doors. As he catches his breath and comes to his senses, he observes in shock the badly mutilated and motionless corpse of the cashier, when all of a sudden the Smiling Man breaks into the building and ends the protagonist's life in a similar fashion to the cashier's. In the other ending, which is canon, if the protagonist chooses to pick up the car key on the desk of the cashier, he could manage getting in the cashier's car and drive away, escaping this homicidal maniac. It's not revealed to whom this man is and to what happened to the protagonist after escaping, but it's likely that the Smiling Man is a supernatural entity who has been reported by many people at different locations. His main purpose seems to be to taunt and scare people, and as observed in the game, to occasionally kill. The protagonist seems to have survived and sustained the crippling phobia, never walking at night ever again, as he survived to tell this creepy story. The Smiling Man is a creepypasta which has been explained to be a man wearing a white smile showing his teeth, stalking people walking alone at night, even getting too close to them, not uttering a single word. His intentions are unclear and he's never seen when he's not intended to be. That's it for today's video, folks. If you enjoyed it, you can watch more by hitting on the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your host R, and I will see you on the next one.